Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to answer a very important question. What is your nervous system trying to say? We often view anxiety as a nuisance and a problem to be solved, but today I want to guide you through decoding your body's built-in alarm system, because the truth is, most people think anxiety simply means worry, but it's actually your body's biological safety system trying to communicate with you. Let's start by looking at the difference between what we think is happening and what is actually happening. The myth is that anxiety is a personality flaw. It's just nerves. We look at our racing thoughts and think, what is wrong with me? But the reality is, these feelings are protective responses rooted deeply in our biology. Anxiety isn't a flaw, it's protection. It usually starts with an alarm, like a body sensation. That sensation then travels up to the brain and creates worry, the thoughts. So when we learn to address the body sensation, we can learn to change the thoughts. To understand this protection system, we need to learn its vocabulary. We call these the 4 languages of survival. Your nervous system generally speaks in 4 distinct ways. The first is fight. Your body is preparing energy to defend itself. Next is flight. This is where escape becomes the mind's top priority. Freeze. This is what happens when the body feels stuck or overwhelmed. And fawn. This is seeking connection for the sake of safety. And let's break these down one by one so you can begin to recognize them in real time. The first signal is fight. This you might recognize as anger, irritability, a clenched jaw, or physical tension. You might feel a sudden need to lash out or control your surroundings. Since this is high energy, we need to discharge it. So in the body, use brisk repetitive movements like boxing the air, pacing, or jumping jacks. In your mind, name what you are protecting. Ask yourself, what feels threatened right now? And that might help soften the defensiveness. And finally, the environmental interrupt is to change the pattern. Simply move rooms or step outside for some fresh air. The next signal is flight. This often feels like restlessness, panic, shortness of breath, or racing thoughts. It's an urgent feeling of needing to escape. So to reset this, first, in the body, we need to complete the loop using rhythmic movement like walking, bouncing, or cycling. In your mind, you might want to repeat a mantra such as, I'm allowed to slow down, or I'm safe right here. And finally, your environment. Use visual anchors. Look around the room. Name 5 colors or shapes you see to help reconnect with the present moment. Then there is freeze. The translation? This language is characterized by numbness, dissociation, or a feeling of stuckness. Your processing might also feel foggy or slow. Because this is a low energy state, we need to add gentle stimulation. First, for the body, use a cold sensory cue. Splash cold water on your face or hold an ice cube to gently stimulate alertness. Next, in your mind, make a small win list. Write down just one thing you did today, even if it was just getting out of bed. And finally, your environment. Shift your lighting, open a window, or brighten your space to support your nervous system in thawing out. Finally, we have fawn. The translation for this one is it often shows up as over-accommodating, people-pleasing, or seeking reassurance. It's a difficulty knowing what you want because you're so focused on others. To reset this, first start with your body, reconnect with your center, place a hand over your heart, and take a deep breath. Next, in your mind, do a truth check. Ask yourself, what would I say if I didn't have to be polite? You don't have to actually say it, just knowing it is enough. And finally, the environment is create a 2-minute solo space. Go to the restroom or your car, anywhere you don't have to tend to anyone else, and just take a mini vacation. To make this easy to remember, here is your rapid response decoder. Feeling irritable? Discharge energy. Feeling panicked, complete the loop. Feeling numb, use gentle shock. And feeling lost or over-polite, find your center. So how do we apply this in real life? It's a 3-step process. First is to notice. Recognize the state that you're in. Are you in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn? Next is to understand. Acknowledge what your body is trying to communicate. And it's often a need, such as, I need safety. Or sometimes, I need food. And third is choose. Pick just one small action to support your regulation. Don't throw the whole book at it, because that's going to make it a lot worse. So remember, you don't have to fix everything. Just take one small action. I want to leave you with this thought. Your body is on your side. It may not feel that way all of the time, but trust me. The goal isn't to never feel anxiety again. The goal is to learn the language so you can answer the call when it comes. When the alarm rings, notice, decode, then reset. Thank you so much for joining me.